Well, I'm very happy to report that my fears have been assuaged by the fact that Westport is keeping its elementary school model the way it is for the next 4 to 6 weeks. There are people in my town who don't agree with that. They wanted school to reopen full-time for elementary school kids. I felt very strongly, as clearly many other townspeople did, that that's not a good idea for a variety of different reasons. And I'm glad to hear that the superintendent feels the same way. I think not only is it by and large working, no system is perfect and there are disadvantages as well as advantages, but for the majority, the kids are acclimating, and that in and of itself is a good thing. They finally acclimated to this, and then to just change it as we're about to enter cold season and flu season doesn't seem to make sense. So I'm really grateful. Even though, yeah, sure, personally, I'd love for my third grader to be back in school 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. That would make my life easier, if it weren't the year of COVID. But since it is, I think the decision to keep a good thing, largely good thing going during an uncertain time is good. As far as my 8th grader goes, things are going well to the extent that I think they're running well. I think that for him, it's hard. And in certain respects, it gets easier because, it's expected. But in other respects, I think it gets hard because it's setting in that this is the way it's going to be for a while. And I think going to school 2 days a week and being at school at home for full days, the other 3 days out of 5 is hard. I think it's hard psycho-emotionally. I think it's just hard logistically. I think it's hard for his eyes just being on a screen for so often. And then a lot of social connection happens on a smaller screen on the iPhone later. All that's hard. So it hasn't been easy, but it has been largely as good as it could be, I think, in many respects. And I'm grateful for that. I really am. I think that nothing's perfect, but we're trucking along.